ينصح الخبراء اليابانيين باتخاذ الإجراءات التالية:
سبسكرايب، لايك، كومنت، فيفورت.
Welcome to Sketchware tutorials. My name is Sungwoo, and we're going to create a to-do list app together. For this to-do app, I'm going to create a series of 3 tutorials. In the first tutorial, which is this one, we'll make a very basic to-do list app. In this app, you'll be able to add and delete to-do items, but these items will not be saved when you quit the app. In the second tutorial, we'll make a to-do list app that saves the list data offline so that those data will still remain even if you restart the app. In the third tutorial, we're going to create an online to-do list app that syncs with Google's real-time database, Firebase. With this app, you'll be able to share the information with other devices. First things first, let's talk about the design, or what goes on the screen. In the first lesson, we learned how to place widgets, change properties, and program using blocks. So today, we'll try to speed things up a little bit. I'll no longer show you how to place widgets and change properties, but I'll show you how the widgets are placed and what kind of properties were applied. First, I placed a vertical linear layout that holds every widget and changed its width to match parent. Then, I placed a list view widget inside the layout. Below the list view, I placed a horizontal linear layout which would hold the edit text widget and the button. Before we move on, I want to cover the concept of weight property. Weight property is a property that can be applied to both layouts and widgets. What it does is that it makes the layout or widget take up space in ratio to other widgets or layouts that have the weight property. Let me show you some examples to help you understand. Let's say a layout had 2 layouts, one in red and one in blue. If both the red layout and the blue layout had 1 as their weight property, they would take up an equal space in the layout since it's 1-to-1 ratio. If red layout had the weight of 2 and the blue had the weight of 1, the red layout would take 2/3 of the layout and the blue would take 1/3 of the layout. If only the red layout had a weight property, it would try to take up as much empty room as possible, since blue doesn't have any weight. Using weight is a really good practice because it ensures that the layouts and the widgets will have the same ratio on differently sized screens. Let's go back to the design screen. Here, I've changed the weight property of the list view to make sure the list view fills up the remaining empty space. Also, I've changed the weight property of the edit text widget to make sure it fills up. Next, let's think about how the app is going to work. First, we'll create a list when the app starts. Then, the user will put something in the input box and click on the Add button. When the button is clicked, we'll add the item to the list and show it back to the user. Alright, let's program this logic inside Sketchware. When the app starts, we'll first want to create a new list. So, we're going to modify the onCreate event, which gets fired when the screen starts. Go to the List tab and create a new string list called to-do. Then, let's connect this list with the list view so that the list view widget knows which list to display. The Set List View Data block is inside the View tab. Press on the back button. Now, we're going to program the button's onClick event. When the button is clicked, we'll take whatever is inside the Edit Text widget and add it to the to-do list we made. You can get the value of the edit text by using the Get Text block inside the View tab. Then, we're going to refresh the list view data so that the list view shows the latest new data. Lastly, we're going to erase whatever's inside the edit text widget so that the user doesn't have to manually erase everything that's inside it. Use the set text block inside the view tab and set it to nothing so that everything erases. Alright, let's run the program to see how it turned out. I'm going to need some milk. And I've been sleeping so late these days, I should write that I should sleep early. Alright, that's it for this tutorial, guys. In the next tutorial, we're going to be making improvements to this app and make the app save to-do items offline. Play around with the list view widget. There are a lot of use cases for it. For example, a messenger app heavily depends on list views. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading more tutorials throughout the month. Also, if you haven't already checked our Patreon page, please do check it out and support us so we can keep improving Sketchware. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!
ينصح الخبراء اليابانيين باتخاذ الإجراءات التالية:
سبسكرايب، لايك، كومنت، فيفورت